Okay. That's good. So, yeah, young lady right here. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay, Mr. President. I'm Sheena Onrubia, a City Council member of Tabaco City, Albay, Philippines. There are a few elected officials among Waisili Fellows. I really would like to know, what is your word of advice for young, budding political leader, young legislator, elected official, like me, in a developing democracy like the Philippines? Thank you.
That's great. Well, I think my first advice is don't be shy, and obviously you're okay. I think you're going to do great. I think that when I think about my own political career, when I look at other political careers that I admire, I think the most important thing is to have a sense of principles and why you're in public service. I think sometimes people want to be in public service just because they like seeing their name up in lights. They like being important. And that's a bad reason to go into politics. You should be like an actress or a singer or make a lot of money. But if you're going into politics and public service, there's only one good reason to do it, and that is because you want to help people. And you should know what it is that you stand for and what you believe in. It doesn't mean that you won't have to compromise. It doesn't mean that you might not change your mind about an issue as you go forward and you learn more and you have more experience. But you should have something inside of you that says, these are the things that are really important to me that I will not compromise on. Right? So, for me, throughout my political career, even before I was in politics and I was just working as a community organizer, I knew that I wanted to work to create more opportunity for all people. That my orientation was always, how does this help the poor or the marginalized or somebody who has less opportunity than me? How is this going to help them if they work hard to get ahead? I know that one of the important principles for me has always been treating everybody fairly. So whether that's women or people of different races or different religious faiths or different sexual orientations, one of my core principles is that I will never engage in a politics in which I'm trying to divide people or make them less than me because they look different or have a different religion. That's a core principle. That's not something I would violate, right? So if you have a clear view of what you stand for, then as you move forward, you'll have setbacks. There'll be times where you didn't succeed. There'll be times where you're frustrated. There'll be times you might even lose an election sometimes. But at least you'll know every morning when you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror, I know who I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think those are the people who eventually end up having successful careers because people sense that integrity and that leadership. Even if they don't agree with you, at least they know you believe in something. And unfortunately, too many politicians, they're just climbing the ladder, but they don't know why. And when they get there, then they're not very effective leaders. Or they become much more subject to the temptations of corruption because all they're worried about is, I want to hang on to my power, and I'm willing to give up anything in order to stay in power and do anything to stay in power. And that's when you lose your way. Right? You have to be willing to lose something for your principles. You have to be willing to lose an election because you think that there's something that's more important than you just winning an election. And if you do that, no. But you have to, you should try to win. I'm not saying you should try to lose. But you have to stand for something. That's my most important advice.